Breaking news tonight from London. Part of a theater has collapsed as hundreds of people were watching a play. The police say dozens have been hurt and some of those injuries are serious. Charlie D'Agata is on the scene. Charlie?
Scott, the very latest from the London ambulance services tonight. More than 80 people have been wounded. A handful of those seriously wounded. They've been taken to the hospital. Several people were trapped inside when the ceiling collapsed. We understand from authorities that they have since been rescued. Part of a ceiling collapsed in the middle of a performance, a blockbuster play packed with over 700 theater-goers.
Loud bang. I don't think it was an explosion. And the ceiling came down. A lot of dust, chandelier, wood, and all that sort of stuff.
Many said they thought the loud noises were part of the play.
We just thought it was sound effects of the theatre and then of the play, yeah. And then we just looked up and the whole ceiling was like slow motion, it just kind of came down.
Other London theaters became triage centers for the walking wounded. Some theater goers were taken to a nearby hospital with serious injuries.
One of the actors said, "Watch out," we thought it was part of the play initially, so that was our reaction, wasn't it?
Sorry, a bang, everything, debris, dust, everything.
Everything everywhere, and then initially got up and it was like, follow me, you couldn't see anything, you didn't know what was going on.
As we've been here, we've seen paramedic teams actually evacuated more wounded. They've been coming out on stretchers. We've seen people with head injuries. The vast majority of the people that were wounded were actually treated here at the scene. Only those with the more serious injuries were taken to the hospital. Scott?
Charlie, the Apollo Theater is a little more than 100 years old. Is there any word now on how this happened?
No, but the witnesses that we spoke to, Scott, we spoke to people that were on the top balconies, and they said it wasn't the balcony that collapsed. They heard a crack. They saw people in front of them starting to move, and then everything started to fall in, and the place filled with dust. So there's a suggestion there that the ceiling itself collapsed onto the people below them and not a balcony, and that's what they're looking at now. We've seen fire crews up on top of the building checking out the ceiling.
More on this on the broadcast tomorrow and on CBS This Morning. Charlie, thanks very much.